Hi, I'm Alex.
Hey y'all, and I'm Ryan, and this is
Alex and Ryan Unscripted.
So to start off, okay, one thing I do want to say. So my sister's friends swear my daughter is she's the fifth cheetah girl. And they said she's the fifth cheetah girl because she wears like a lot of like, I think it's cheetah print or like leopard print or something. But what is very ironic is that the first animal she can actually say is cheetah.
Cheetah.
Isn't that crazy? I told her how to say it. It was like cheetah. And so now when she sees her actual cheetah, like the little animal, she will say cheetah.
Alex, I remember you when we was on FaceTime before, and you was like cheetah, and she kept repeating it after you. I said, "How cute is that?" Yes. And then even when she was walking around the room, she would be like cheetah. Yeah. I said, "How cute."
Yeah, and I had to tell my sister because I'm like, how ironic is that they think that she's the fifth cheetah girl and she can actually say cheetah. That's the only animal that she could say is cheetah. Do you have anything to share?
I don't know. I guess everything I want to share. Oh, my nephews are supposed to be coming over. And since moving back home, it's like my cup is always being filled when I see them. It really is like my nephews are my boys. Like those are my sons, okay? I love them so much. I still got more, nephews and nieces all over. And I miss them too because I haven't seen them in a long time too. And I told myself, I'm going to be, okay, so I guess I can share this. So I told myself, I'm going to be the aunt that has all of the nieces and nephews like almost every summer.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some fun. I want to be the fun aunt.
Yeah.
And we also going to get into the word. Okay, so I want to have like I want to have a vacation Bible school, but make it fun and have the kids over, and I can just see it now.
All the you can take the baby. To get right into it, basically, just a get to know us. This is our first episode. It is a get to know us episode. What is our intentions with the episode, and then what is our intentions just in life, what we want to do in the future, whether it's this podcast or just in our personal life. So to start off, Ryan, you can start off of what are your intentions?
I thought you was going to pop it off, Alex.
Look, I did with the beginning. No,
but you said you had a nice move.
I might have, told a little fib a little bit. But with intentions, what are your intentions with the podcast? What do you want people to kind of
see? Did you hear that?
Yes,
did you hear that? Yeah.
Yes.
See,
phones on silent.
Girl, this laptop, like, what the heck? These settings reduce interruptions. This probably ain't gonna do nothing. Lord, please. Okay, sorry. So just to, you said my intentions for the podcast, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, I want this thing to pick up and go far, okay? I want us to go on the road with it and travel the world with this, but mainly I want to reach all the 30-something-year-olds and older, even the young 20s that's coming into their 30s. Like, I want them to know that we are your go-to girls for encouragement, support, transparency, authenticity, because there's no other way to be, honestly. I just really want us to be like informational, supportive, coming for a good laugh, coming for a good pick me up, because I love when we get together. Like, honestly, like, okay, quick little thing. So, you know how they say, like, know who you go on trips with?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if there's anybody that I would love to go on a trip with, it's definitely Alex.
Okay.
We did our first trip, and it was just, it was smooth. We even had like an outline of things we wanted to do. Some things we did do, some things we didn't do.
Yeah.
And honestly, every day we woke up, we just went with the flow. And I was just like, man, I love it here. I love it here. And if we wanted to do something, we were just like, hey, you want to do this or you want to do that? And it was smooth. So that's who I want us to be for you. Like, just know when you come to us or when you chat with us, talk with us, we're not gonna switch up, okay?
Yeah.
We authentic over here, and we just really lay back.
Yeah, that's crazy that you say that about the like a trip and stuff. Because I was just telling my mom that, like, you know, with going to Miami and all that stuff, that like with you, I know how you are on trips. We've been on a handful of trips together, but Virginia Beach was like like just us. And then I'm like, well, I don't know, like the other person, I don't know how they are like when it comes to like spending or just like going with the flow of things. That's nothing against that person, but that's crazy that you mentioned that, because I was just talking about that, because like we are very like go with the flow. If it's like, okay, I don't feel like really doing that today, well, we ain't finna do it. We finna just figure out something. We finna just wing it. We finna just do whatever. So that's good that you say that. But going into my intentions with the podcast, my intentions are very similar to yours, which, I mean, that's the reason why we're doing the podcast. We discussed it and all that stuff. To add to that, I also want it to be a space for us, even though we do talk, but a lot of it's through text. I'm over here spitting everywhere. Jesus. Sorry. A lot of it's through text. But when we do get together, I do feel like we have really good conversations. A lot of conversations are like, you know, they're very personal. Not saying that we have to get super personal on here, but like, I also want it to be an outlet for us to continue to have those conversations more, because that's for us to grow. It's to help us grow, not only other people and who's listening to the podcast or listening to us, it's for us as well. And I think that's the only thing that I really want to add, because you said really good points. Because I feel like with us growing, I feel like that's going to help others grow too. Like it's like we are completely different but similar. And the crazy thing is like, not to really get into signs, but our signs are sister signs. That's what they call them. They're like complete opposite, I think, of each other, but we share a lot of similarities. So yeah, that's really the intentions with the podcast. It's just to have conversation, but also good laughs, because we do laugh a lot. Okay, so since we talked about our intentions with the podcast, I do want to mention that we are, well, I guess earlier, kind of like what I said, we don't see each other a lot. So we are, for those who are listening, we are in 2 different places. We're not in the same city, but we are in the same state. So this kind of podcast is kind of like a FaceTime. Yeah. Like, that's the vibes we are giving. It's a FaceTime vibe. It's not an in-person, face-to-face. I guess we are face-to-face. But it's FaceTime through a camera, basically.
Right.
So yeah, that's just like a little side note that we are not in the same room.
And I just want to go off of what you just said about our whole setup real quick. Like, after college, this has been pretty much our friendship, like FaceTime, texting, calling. Yeah, well, of course, that's any friendship, but yeah, the distance. I guess is what it really would get into. Yeah. It's like we have been distant. Mine said that little short time when I was, you know, in a city close to you, or when I did live in the same city, but after that, I was gone. After that, yes, everywhere, literally around the world in 80 days. So it's like, you know, this is our setup.
Yeah. And it has been for a long time. But the fact that we can still keep a really great friendship at a distance like that says a lot about like our like foundation, like friendship. You know, it's the start of it. Because I'm sure we have fallen outs. You know what I mean? So like, the fact that we have came. Because we ain't gonna say when we started college and when we ended, but it has been some time. Yeah. Which is crazy to think. You think so? No, your face looking like
no. So I was making that face because I was just thinking back in college, y'all, and Alex. Let me get this now, y'all. Alex was cool. I feel like every friend group got that laid back friend. I mean, that really be chilling. That's Alex in college.
Yes.
I would definitely say like the beginning of college. But you know what? It was always so special about Alex. Because when it came to us doing something like spontaneous or like whatever, Alex was down. If not initiated it. But y'all, Alex barely talked. Like when we would all be talking, because we would talk, all right? Just be talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and on this podcast, y'all gonna see. On this podcast, y'all gonna see your girl can talk it up, okay? Talk about me, Ryan. But Alex, we be like, yeah, what you gotta say? She'd be like,
look, I was just there. I was down. I was there, but whatever.
She took pictures, videos. Like, if anything Alex gonna do, she gonna get the memories for us, okay?
Yes. And what's crazy, I think I lost everything. Yeah, I don't think I have anything anymore.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I think everything is gone. Well, I did find it's kind of the USB that I tried to put it on, but it's broke. So I don't know how that's going to work. But
you know what? I had a, dang, what's that computer? Just a regular old computer. That's
a Dell? Not the Dell computer?
I think it was. It was one of them. Like
you see. Wow.
So it's like there's Mac and then there's a regular computer. But y'all, I think it was a Toshiba. Them things only last about lifespan of 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And all of my freshman memories was on one. And when I tell you my screen went black, it went black and I lost everything on that computer. Everything. I was so hurt because my freshman memories was popping. It was crazy. Yeah. And now all that's gone. And then on my other, to think I would learn my lesson, I think it's still a Toshiba. I don't think I have the charger to it, but it didn't go like dark on me. I think it still works. I just need a charger so I can get the photos off of that. I'm still hoping, praying, and wishing that I could get my memories from that, but we'll see. I don't know.
'Cause I would love to like look back at all that stuff.
Yes.
Especially like, I feel like freshman and sophomore year. Especially freshman year.
Boy, freshman was a wild year.
Yeah.
Freshman year was a wild year.
It was a lot. But I in the beginning of our friendship, I mean, I was very quiet. I mean, I even feel like people probably didn't even think I was really their friend. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, we friends. It just took me a minute to get comfortable to talk, but I was comfortable enough to be like, well, yeah, I'm going to go with y'all. Like, yeah, I'm about to. But I remember, oh my gosh, it's funny that you said. I remember I did try to leave my dorm room door open because I heard that's like I guess that was like a thing, you know, to be inviting. You know, like I am quiet. I'm not personally inviting, but if the door's open, I mean, it's inviting. Yeah. But you're super like bubbly and friendly. And I think you just walked into my room and then I think you like stopped and was like, oh, like, you know, can I come in kind of thing. I'm like, yeah. And you just, you know, just started talking to me like, I'm like, hey, I'm cool with it. That's the type of like, especially at that time. And I even feel like now, that's the type of like person I needed because I was so like super shy. Like I'm still shy, but like that was like, and it was a whole new, that was during.
Yeah. Our bridge program.
Yeah.
Yeah. You was across the hall from me, weren't you?
Yeah.
Girl, yeah, I did. I sure did walk up in there every time.
Yeah.
I go talk to Alex.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I was so. But I was always down.
You was. That's why I'm just like,
And yeah. But even after that, like, as the years went on, we could have, like, we do a lot of, like, spontaneous stuff.
yeah.
And looking back, it's like, some of that stuff we should never did. Like, we was out here just going crazy. Like, we weren't, like, crazy, but, like, some of the stuff was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a little dangerous.
Slow down there.
Yeah, like.
Have y'all thought about your life? What are you? Because I have an instant memory. We probably got to say or not. I don't know.
Well, there's, like, a few. Like, I know the one when we went to Bahamas. The Bahamas, I forget which.
Hey.
Yeah, walking.
Yeah.
We didn't know where we was going. Why was we walking down some streets that there were nobody.
Yes.
And to find out, like, yeah, y'all shouldn't be walking over there.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't he like some cop or security or something?
Yes.
Yeah, like,
we were telling the streets. But you know what? I had the whispering of the Holy Spirit. I remember we did come up a street. And it was like kind of like a winding street. And we just looked down.
Yeah.
Nobody was on the street. We was like,
Yeah.
Let's keep it pushing this way. But it's funny because I be telling my family and friends, I was just like, nah, I love traveling. Me and my friend, we got off that cruise early in the morning and we hit the streets. We don't need no tour guide. We be our own tour guide. And they was like, why would you do that? And I was just like, whatever. We were living.
Yeah.
It was like, don't you ever do that. And I'm just like, listen. Yeah, looking back, it was like,
yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. Yeah.
I feel like we have a sense of, we know what is dangerous and what, as we gotten older, some stuff in college was like, But what was yours that you was going to say?
Okay, so I was thinking about that time. Don't judge us, y'all. This is a judge-free zone. I don't know if we said that in the beginning, but right. I was thinking about the time when we took that cart from Target.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And y'all, it's this super like steep, long hill on campus. Walking up is just
ridiculous.
Walking up is just a whole journey in itself.
Yes.
So we decided that, someone get in the cart, ride it down the hill. And at the end of the hill, this hill is a street, right? And down the hill, it's like, it's the intersection of a street. But we said, okay, 2 people will be down there to catch you. And then one will be in the cart and, go down the hill.
Yeah, that was wild.
Danger.
That was wild. Luckily, no one got hurt.
No one got hurt in the making of it.
It was fun, though. Did you get in the cart?
I don't think I did. I can't remember. But we did take the cart up on our floor. Yeah, I was going to say you did for sure.
I think I stayed in the car afterwards. I think y'all was pushing me in the car.
You stayed in the car and we pushed you up on the floor.
Yes.
And then our RA was like, why is there a Target cart in the lounge? Yeah. I don't know what we was on, but we was on that. And by the way, just so y'all know, disclaimer, we didn't take no drugs. We was not drinking.
No.
We ain't do nothing. This was just our natural.
Yeah, that was what freshman year. We were just high on life. Like, like in college, like no parents is around. Like,
right. We doing our thing. And we did it, okay?
I remember that because we went from that building and then we walked a good minute. I think back to where we lived at.
Yeah.
Like our dorm.
We didn't have no cars, no bikes.
We just in
had 2 feet that the good Lord gave us.
We went along. That was crazy. I'm sure as the podcast goes on, there will be more crazy things to share for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much. But I mean, I feel like that's just our friendship. Like, just to have fun. Like, I know if we're going somewhere or we're doing something, it's just going to be fun and just laughs. That's what I like. I just like fun and laughs.
Same.
So for this next trip, it's about to be not too crazy because now we're a little older.
That part.
Yeah, the goal is to have fun and really just winging it, especially because like there's going to be so, I don't know.
Yeah. And I feel especially around that time. I mean, there's a lot of people down there anyway, but I feel like the time we're going is going to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, but I just, oh my goodness, I'm excited because I need the sun. I need the sun.
Yeah.
And I need to be out the house.
Oh, me too. Like, I'm so ready. Which, speaking of that, so going from that to intentions in life, right? I came across, I was at work and I thought of this question. So I was asking myself, like, if I was to die, what would I regret? Or like, where would be like the first destination I would want to go to? Like, where would I be like, you know what? I'm about to die. Forget these bills. Forget paying stuff. Take me somewhere where I can, just die there. So to ask you, and that's a tough. It's kind of a little harsh, to speak about death and stuff. But like
loaded.
Yeah. But if you were to be on your deathbed, would you have any regrets, or like, where would you like want to go, if you would even want to go somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, so that's my question to you.
So are we talking like, have you seen Last Holiday? Is it called Last Holiday? Have you seen Last Holiday with Queen Latifah and LL Cool J?
Yes.
Where she found out she was dying and she went, I forget where she went.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah.
I barely remember.
I seen it like maybe a couple months ago before I left Texas. But are we talking like we find out we're dying and are we going to do something? Or it's like I'm on my deathbed, I'm looking back at my memories?
Yeah. Well, okay. The first one.
Okay. So first I want to hit on the point of regret. Okay. After is it freshman year? Either freshman year, I want to say my senior year in college, senior year in high school, I told myself, because I used to be a person like, I regret this, I regret that, I regret this. And I forget, I talked to somebody, they said something about like, hey, don't be regretful. Like, all of it is a lesson learned. Like, you're just living life, you're young, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I got to a point where I actually don't regret anything, even as bad as it was. Now there's some
really,
yeah. Now there's some points where I'm like, I probably should have done that. I should have done that, but I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Like, regret has been on my vocabulary for like what I do ages. Yeah, for a long time. Like, they can't see my head, but for a long time. But are there some things in my life I wish I didn't do or say? What's crazy is nothing's really coming to mind. I guess I'll come back to that. But as far as doing something before I die, I definitely want to travel the world. Now, is there a specific place? I don't know, but I will say, I don't know if I had this on my birthday list trip or not. I don't think I did, but I want to go to St. Lucia. And that has been on my TikTok timeline for like, it just pops up randomly. So I'm just like, Lord, is St. Lucia one of the places where I'll be visiting or something? Because I want to go. It's on my list.
Right.
But St. Lucia, I want to go to Spain. I want to visit. I feel like I just want to do like a tour around Africa, period. And so one thing about your girl, fun fact, I love the sound of bagpipes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So, Scotland or Ireland, I would love to go just to hear the sound. Yeah, real quick. So back in college, I knew I was late to my psychology class when the bus would go around this little meadow, and this one guy would be out in the middle playing his bagpipe. I said, "Oh, darn it, I'm late." Well, I know I was late anyway, but I knew I was really late.
Yeah.
When I saw that guy out there playing the bagpipe, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm super late for class. Like it's bad." But yeah, I love the sound of bagpipe. So I don't know. I guess I'll just turn to a world traveler, solo dolo with baby, and just travel around the world. I still want to go to Cuba, and they said that Trump is, shutting that down. But there's so many places I want to go, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I think travel was a big one for me. So I thought, okay, if I was to die, say, I don't know, I think I would have some regrets. I haven't gotten there yet to where you at, not regretting. I definitely would have some regrets. A regret would be moving out of this state. I love the water. I like to see the water. I like to hear the water. I don't like to really get in the ocean like that. Now, the Bahamas, I could do that because I could see everything in that water. Yeah. But I still don't go out far. I put my feet in, little piddle paddle, my feet. But that was the first thing. If I am dying, well, put me on a flight and have my family with me and we just going to the beach. How about gather, even though I don't have a lot of money, but gather all my money up and let's go to the beach. It ain't even gotta be on an island somewhere. Just that's where that is really, I guess one of my, well, it would be, if I was to die, that would be a regret because I haven't done it yet, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I'm just thinking of that, or just even having that question is kind of thinking well, you need to get it, I guess get it together. If that's where you want to be, and if you was a die and you was not there, you couldn't go to the beach every weekend or every day, well then let's reevaluate what I'm doing and my intentions and my goals, because that's where I want to get to, kind of thing. So that's kind of where it kind of ties in intentions in life and where you want to be in the future, kind of thing. That was really I guess a big regret. I don't think I really have any other regrets. I mean, I'm sure when you're there, I guess it wouldn't be a regret, but maybe things just pop up, just things just start popping up. You're starting to go through your life and your memories and stuff. And I'm sure the way I treated people will probably pop up. You start popping up.
That's what's popping up for me.
Yeah. But or just certain things that you wanted to try. I wanted to try and I haven't done yet. So it's well, let's start. We got to start somewhere. So even with this podcast, I feel we've talked about it before.
Yeah, we definitely have.
Yeah. So that if even, I mean, we started it. You know what I mean? Even if it's just one episode.
Yeah.
Look, we started it.
We did it, okay?
Yeah. So it's yeah. So if we didn't, that would have been a part of a regret. Because it's dang, I wanted to do this and I never got the chance to. So yeah. So I guess with that, another question would be, where do you see yourself in the future? We can just give it 3 to 5 years. Not even that long. Just say in 2 years. Where do you want to see yourself? it doesn't have to be with the podcast. It could be with the podcast or just life in general.
Well, I do see the podcast enduring past 2 years for sure, just to get that out the way. But in 2 years, honestly, I see myself. See, this is the thing. I definitely want to leave the state again. I don't want to die here. I want to go back to Texas for sure.
Yeah.
But I see this is the thing. For the next 2 years, I don't mind being here. Honestly, I never thought I'd say that, but
really?
I don't mind being here because being here, I'm really seeing like, man, I really missed my family.
Yeah.
And I love being around my nieces and nephews or being closer to them. So I don't mind being here for another 2 more years just to be in their midst, like to see them more and hang out. Mm-hmm. But I definitely want my own space. And no, I don't want a house yet. But I do want my own apartment. Mm-hmm. I hope to be married within the next 2 years as well. Honestly, truly. And honestly, starting off some like business ventures. Like really building or having that foundation of some businesses, because I feel like I know I always said that. Well, I know I always say this because I don't mind working for people. That's the thing. I don't mind being under like a supervisor or whatever. Like I'm not that person that's like, I can't work for nobody. No, I can.
Yeah.
I can for sure. It's easier. I mean, granted, yes, you do deal with the woes, the ups and downs, and the when people be peopling. But it's like, no, I don't mind working for people. It's just I also want to have my own thing going. So it's like I do want a nice, flexible job where I can also build my stuff on the side because I do want my stuff to pop off.
Yeah.
And I see myself I told myself I want to start solo traveling. Only 48 hours though. It'll probably eventually go up to 72, but every time I say solo travel, my stomach be like, like it turns a little big. So I'm just like, oh, I'm out in the world alone. And it's like, no, girl, you can do it. You can do it. So I just see myself, I see myself solo traveling. I see myself married. I still see myself in this state. And having a solid foundation of different business ventures. Yeah.
Okay, those are good.
Where you see yourself, Alex?
So I guess in 2 years, I don't know. It's like I feel like sometimes I feel like I haven't even had time. Like I have time, but like really time to like sit and think about that stuff, you know? I feel like I'm always like on go. Mm-hmm. So to even think about, to think about my future is like, I'm just, I guess that's just me. I'm just like, go with the flow, which I need to fix. But like, I mean, I would like to have some sort of like a side hustle. Mm-hmm. I know it's just March and we did have like our vision board that we did. Yeah. And some of that stuff on there has already changed. Like it's already changed. Yeah. So like, I know I was like thinking about getting into like healthcare and like nursing. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know for sure. I think it would be like, there are some things that I was very interested in, but I don't know if I want to. Like, I don't know if I'm getting distracted from what I actually really like. I don't know if I'm with that, like I'm settling for that because I know it will make me money. Yes. Because right now, having a child is like, I need money. You know, like I need something. I wonder if at the time I was getting distracted by that of just money. But it's like I can work at my job and just have a side hustle that I actually enjoy. So that side hustle would be, I really love like creating like photo shoots, like how I did like my daughter's. I did pretty much a photo shoot up until she was 1. Some of them were crazy. Some of them,
they were nice, y'all. Nice. Like I said, this needs to be in a magazine or something.
yeah,
for sure.
like her
It was so nice.
very first. Yeah, the very first was like probably the best I have done, and I have yet to do another one because I don't know how I could top that one. Like I don't know how to top that one.
I really love the was it like the cookie baking something like
Was like with the donuts. The cookie.
It was like I think she had a spoon, and it was like flour or something.
Was it just a spoon and flowers?
Not flowers, flour.
Oh, okay. For her, it was for her 11th months or her 11 months.
That was so.
It was like a baking. Cute. Yeah, she did have a cookie in her mouth. She had the little spoons around her, like a baking sheet.
Cute. Like the lighting and everything.
Yeah, girl, that was so last minute.
And y'all would never thought. Y'all would have never thought that, like, for real.
But that is one thing that I don't know whether to keep it just with my daughter or to actually start like getting into cameras, start doing like photo shoots for like babies and like little kids kind of thing.
Yes.
You know, having a setup. I thought about that. But then I also thought about there's this girl I watch on TikTok and she does candy tables. And look, we've been doing candy tables since I was in high school. So that's been some time. But we stopped. So I'm like, do people even like candy tables? But she does candy tables for a living. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to
like she just go and set up the candy table and that's it.
Yes. For like big companies. Yes.
Oh, send it to me.
Okay, I will.
I just want to see it.
Yeah, I forget her name. But I just started watching her on there. And then another thing is, I kind of want, this is, I don't know if I'm going to really, I don't know. It's just a thought. I really wanted to try and look into like being a lash tech or some sort of, something, at least try and start. I do have something in my Amazon cart, like a starter kit to really start doing that. But is this bad? I don't know if I'm really going to. It's not the main reason why. But I've always had this obsession with like scrubs. Because my mom used to wear scrubs. And they used to have like cartoon scrubs. And I used to love them. And so, you know, I do want to do somebody's lashes and wear some like cute scrubs. You know what I mean?
Period. Let that dream come true.
Yeah, like I don't know. But I do see myself in the next 2 years at least starting one of the 3. Well, I'm already doing her photos, but like really making it serious.
Expanding.
Yeah, and even maybe getting her into modeling. Because everyone swears she should be a model.
Yes.
So starting that is one of the main things I've been circling around. Is that. And I think that's really it.
I want to hop in real quick. So when you said lashes, the reason I gasped is because, Alex, when I tell you, was it about a month ago, I literally paid for this lash course to do lashes.
Really?
Yes. And so I'm just like, what the heck? What the heck?
So are you thinking about getting into lashes? Like doing lashes?
I am, but not like the singles. This girl on TikTok does the clusters. Like what we do. She does that. But she's making so much money.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, maybe I can do that.
Yeah.
And then, all the doubts kicked in. But I was just like, if I had to, hopefully I never would do it, but have to fall back on something and get serious about something, I think I can do that for sure. I mean, I'm going to use my sisters as some, practice on them and my friends here. But I said, I think I would want to get into that.
Yeah.
But one thing I really want to get into, especially when I talk about solo traveling, I want to become I don't even know what's the title for them, but like when you go around and you try out different hotels and resorts, do you know the name for that? But like you just review it, post it and all that. And that's also another thing. My social medias are like gone. So it's like,
Yes.
where are you going to advertise for them?
No, I just post on Instagram. Like, I kind of miss being on Instagram.
Really?
Like, I've been off Instagram. The last thing that I will actually post on there, not like a story. The last thing I actually post is when we went to Virginia Beach. You know how long ago that was?
What?
That was in 2022, right? 2021, 22?
I think 22.
Yeah. But like, I have stuff on my story about my daughter, but like barely. Like,
So
the
you
last thing I
post
posted of
stories?
her, barely. Like, I think last thing I posted was where she was like, no, I did post something for her first birthday. But yeah, I don't really be on there. I need to get back to that. That's one thing we gotta do. We gotta get back on social media.
Listen.
Seem like
Listen, I am this close to deleting my Facebook, my IG. That was going in 2023. Snapchat. I told myself to hop back. I think I text you about Snapchat. I hopped on there and I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. And I deleted the app. I needed more space on my phone anyway. And I'm loving Lemon 8 though. I'm almost at 1K.
Yeah. I do like Lemonade, but I forget to get on there. Like,
Same.
I really be forgetting. Because like, with my schedule, it's we downstairs watching Miss Rachel or watching a show. Like, this is a side note. It took me a long time to finish The Resident. Have you ever watched The Resident? Is it called? Yeah, The Resident. It's really good. It's like a hospital show. But it's not like Grey's Anatomy. Like, Grey's Anatomy stresses me out because it's always something. I'm like, my gosh, can't they just have like an easy day? But The Resident, it took me forever to finish it, and I just finished it because when we come upstairs, it's bath time, a little bit of play, and then bed. And when she's in bed by 8:39, I'm not long after. Like, the rain sound goes on the TV, and I fall asleep right after her. So I didn't have time to watch nothing or to even do anything. But yeah, that was a side note. I don't even know where that even came from. But yeah, so those are our intentions with the podcast. Those are our intentions with just life in general. And that's a little bit of get to know us and our friendship. That was a good, like,
nice
kind
opener.
Of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, that is, I don't know how to end this.
We have officially, recorded our first episode, Alex.
Yeah.
Of Alex and Ryan Unscripted. And as y'all can see, this thing is really unscripted.
Very much so. I think there is most definitely. But I think it went well.
I think so too. I enjoyed this. That's what I'm saying. It's like a conversation for real.
Yeah.
I like this.
That's really what it is, which is good because that was the intention, was to make it like, kind of like whatever pops in our heads. Like, we talk about one thing, but like it's going to go to something else for sure. But yeah, so that is the end of this episode.
Do they like and subscribe here or? I don't know how this podcast really works. Tune in for the next one. What do y'all do? Well, I hope you all liked today's episode. Our very first episode.
Yes.
Again, you can see that we really are unscripted, but here we really do want to keep it authentic. We want to keep it real with you all. And again,
very much.
We are on FaceTime. So you are tuning into our FaceTime call and just really want to invite you into this conversation. So if there's anything you want to ask us, or anything you love about the episode or our show or episodes to come.
Or even like recommendations for like us to talk about some stuff.
Yes, that part.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yes, definitely let us know.
Well, y'all, this is the end of episode 1. I'm Ryan.
And I am Alex.
And this is Alex and Ryan, Unscripted.
Unscripted.